Echoes of the Unseen. Chapter 3. The Witness in the Walls. Kenneth stared into the blackness where the staircase should have been, his breath frozen in his throat. The crypt beneath the house had sealed behind him, leaving only dirt, bones, and an air so thick it felt alive. Somewhere in the dark, something moved. He stood slowly, clutching the old locket tighter. The whispers were gone, but in their place came a rhythmic thudding. Not footsteps. Not breathing. A heartbeat. Not his. The pulse grew louder, not just in sound but in feeling. Kenneth could feel it beneath his feet, in the walls, in his skull. It came from deep within the house, like the walls themselves had a circulatory system. He took a step forward, lantern reignited by an unseen force. Its flame flickered unnaturally, casting distorted shadows. Ahead, the crypt wall seemed cracked. Just enough for someone, or something, to squeeze through. Kenneth hesitated, then slipped into the narrow opening. The space beyond was a corridor, dirt-lined, but supported by ancient wooden beams. Carvings filled the walls, names, symbols, scratches that spoke of desperation. And at the far end, something even stranger, a mirror. Standing upright, framed in rusted metal, half buried in the earth. Kenneth approached cautiously. The reflection didn't match his movements. He raised his hand, the reflection remained still. Then it blinked. He stumbled back, heart racing. The image in the mirror shifted, not a reflection, but a moving image of the house, years earlier. It showed George pacing the second-floor hallway. He was shouting. Someone was crying. A woman's voice, "You promised." The image flickered, and suddenly George was in the cellar, digging, burying something. Someone? The mirror flashed white and went still. Just a reflection now. Kenneth was alone again, except, he wasn't. From behind the mirror came a low voice. Soft, feminine, sad. "I saw it all." Kenneth turned. The wall behind the mirror was false. He pushed gently, and it opened like a door. Inside was a tiny room, barely wide enough to stand in. The air was cold and metallic. At the far end was a chair. In it sat a skeleton, dressed in faded clothing. The body slumped to one side, a rusted cassette recorder in its lap. Kenneth reached for the recorder, surprised to find a tape still inside. He pressed play. A woman's voice crackled through the static. "My name is Pamela Fletcher. If you're hearing this, I'm probably gone." George, he wasn't who everyone thought he was. He opened something down here. A passage. He called it a gateway to another realm. Said it would make him powerful. But it took people. Kids. Anyone who got too close. I tried to stop him. I think I'm the last one left. Kenneth stared at the recorder. Pamela, Bethany's mother. The locket. The bedroom. It was all connected. The tape continued. If this house speaks to you, it's because it remembers. Everything. The floorboards. The walls. They witnessed it. All of it. You must close the passage, or more will die. The tape stopped with a hard click. Kenneth backed away. The skeleton's head tilted, as if following him. Suddenly, the lantern dimmed. The walls shook. Whispering began again, this time more urgent. Angry. Words like no, liar, betrayer, bounced off the cramped walls. Kenneth scrambled back into the corridor, now warping. The tunnel was longer. The earth pulsed. The sigils glowed. Then he heard it again, footsteps. Not his. Someone was in the passage with him. "Hello?" he called. No answer. He ran. The corridor twisted, turned, and then, he slammed into a wooden door. Not the cellar door. This one was unfamiliar. He shoved it open and emerged into a room he hadn't seen before. A sealed-off parlor on the ground level, furniture covered in sheets, candles melted down to waxy stubs. In the center, an altar made of bone and stone, freshly marked with blood. The air reeked of copper and mold. And on the wall, 9 photos. 8 faded. 1 freshly printed. It was him. The whispers returned, now right in his ear. "You're not just visiting. You were called." Kenneth backed away, but the house wasn't done. The windows blacked out. The candle stubs ignited on their own. And in the center of the altar, a red sigil began to burn into the floorboards. Something was waking. The walls groaned. A voice, not human, slithered into the room. "You were born under Taurus. The timing is right. The offering is near." Kenneth turned to run, but the floor cracked beneath him, and he fell hard. He landed in the cellar again. Back where it started. But something was different. The air. The color. The sound. There were 9 shadows now. Standing in the corners. Watching. Waiting. And in the far corner, George. Not alive. But not dead. "Welcome home," he said, grinning. "I've been waiting." Thank you for watching. Hit that like, share and subscribe for more. It's totally free. And hey! Tap the screen to check out this video.